Shalom. I want to give all praises to you. Bahashem. Located here in Jacksonville, Florida. And after today, I'll be coming out of the lesson. It ain't gonna be too long. It's on this article. I ain't gonna read the whole article because I read like 2 or 3 articles that's similar to each other about the UK not, not sending and supporting major Israeli operations in Rafah, and also not following suit or following behind America to further not issue any equipment to the Israeli brigandine, i.e. their armies, because of what's going on in the East at the moment. But as I was looking at this and as I was reading this article, how that when I get to it, it was saying that the UK will not follow suit behind America. That is a separation. And the truth of the matter is, it made me think about Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 12, and how this place, well, the UK will be ashamed of the US, because the US comes out of the UK, but and also because they can't really reach a solid agreement. That's a house divided. Satan's house is divided amongst itself. The tabernacles of Edom are split. That is why you have all of these things that are going on. They're talking about they don't want destabilization in the East. Well, it ain't even about that. The Lord is destabilizing the house of Edom. That is what He's doing. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this article. I'm not gonna read too much of it because it turned into a bunch of pointless word salad after so long. But I'm gonna read the major part, the main part of this article. Let's continue. It says the UK won't support a major Israeli operation in Rafah, Foreign Secretary David Cameron said, echoing the stance of the US but stopping short of matching President Joe Biden. I like to say Bo Biden, it sounds cooler. But President Joe Biden's warning that he would stop additional weapon shipments to the East nation if it went ahead. So this is a separation between the UK, the US, and those Israelis. That's a separation because the UK ain't gonna support an operation for Israel to go in and destroy whatever like them Edomites do. And then it also, on the other hand, it is also stopping short of what the favored Democratic pundit, Bo Biden or Joe Biden, stopping short of what he said he would do. So it's like the UK is like, we ain't finna do nothing for you, Israel, but at the same time, the US, we also ain't finna follow what you talking about either, But let's continue. It says we will not support some major operation in Rafah unless there is a very clear plan for how to protect people. And as you know, them devils been over there just massacring people. So let's continue. It says Cameron said after a speech at the National Cyber Security Center in London. It says we haven't seen the plan. They know what the plan is, but let's continue. It says the comments come after Biden said he'd halt additional shipments of offensive weapons to Israel if it proceeds with a ground invasion of Rafah, calling the potential loss of civilian life just wrong. So now you got, Babylon America over here, the president of Babylon, Joe Biden. He's saying he's going to stop additional shipment of offensive weapons to the Israeli military, to those Israelis over there, if it's going to go and proceed with the ground invasion of Rafah. That's just them, just Esau going around trying to take stuff that's not his, like he's been doing in the earth. And of course, Esau wanna have some moral fiber now, some moral backbone, talking about, oh, that's just wrong, but then overlook what happened to the children of Israel here, and what this place did to the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. But let's continue. It says, but asked whether Britain would follow suit. Cameron said that whereas the U.S. is a massive state supplier of weapons to Israel, and that's true, the U.K. doesn't directly export arms and instead issues licenses to do so to defense firms. So even if they issuing licenses, it's still a form of support. But when it comes down to actual weapons and everything right now, the UK, the US, and the Israeli brigandine, they are divided on that point right there. So I'm gonna leave it. I ain't gonna read all the rest of it, but it just like I said, it just made me think about Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 12. And I'm gonna read it. And it says, your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. And that's what's going on right now. It says the mother shall be sore confounded. The mother of Babylon is the UK, because the US comes out of the UK. It says your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. And right now, the UK is pretty much ashamed of Babylon America and what it's doing. That's why it's got that ambiguous stance it has. It's not going to support Israeli. It's not going to support an Israeli operation to go in and kill and destroy. But at the same time, it's also not going to follow behind America either, with the threatening or the warning of stopping additional weapons to Israel, to the Israeli army to continue with this operation. And this is the description that I thought of when I was reading these articles. But again, Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 12, it says your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. And right now the UK is very much ashamed of the US. It says, behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness and a dry land in a desert. And right now, who's the hindermost of the nations? Esau, Edom. And it's going to be what? A wilderness and a dry land in the desert. It's just basically talking about the destruction of this place. It's going to go into the destruction if you continue to read Jeremiah chapter 50, like verse 13, 14, 15, all the way through the 42. As a matter of fact, just the rest of the whole chapter. But we're going to see more of this division, because right now these Edomites, they're divided amongst themselves. They're not congealed no more. They're divided. Republican and Democrat, liberal and conservative, all this tomfoolery in this system that the Lord allowed Esau to come up with, it is all division. And for a time it worked, but now the Lord is really breaking up the house of Edom, and they're divided. They are completely divided right now. They taking ambiguous stances against each other. They're not being clear on what they will and will not do, and things of the sort like that. So yeah, we're gonna see more of this. We're gonna see a whole lot more. Yeah, and then this article right here. I ain't gonna get it, but it's the same guy. He want to know what Israel is gonna do and what they plan to do to protect, like I say, the people or innocent lives. But yeah, nonetheless, it was just a quick lesson. As I was reading those articles, it just made me think about Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 12, and I will read it once more. It says, your mother shall be sore confounded, She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness and a dry land and a desert. Shalom.